What's it up, baby? You already know who it is. That big boss, all boss dog, K-Poke through the door. Here to talk this boxing. What's good with y'all? I want to talk about an interview I just seen from Daniel Jacobs' trainer, Rozier. His name Andy Rozier, Adrian Rozier, or something like that. He's also, or was the trainer of Erica Belonga. I think he is the trainer of Richard Comey too. But very, very knowledgeable guy. You know, he know boxing. You know what I'm saying? He's had some great fighters under his belt. You know what I'm saying? Under his tutelage. You know what I'm saying? So he know the sport of boxing. He can teach it very well. Very great coach. I got a lot of respect for him. It's just insight. But they brought up Jermall Charlo versus Daniel Jacobs. Which Rozier pointed out that fight is long overdue. And, you know, he went into, the breakdown of it, as far as how Daniel Jacobs can win. And, he talked about Jermall Charlo's been out of the ring for 2 years, so he got to get a tune-up fight, because he can't just jump back in and get thrown back in the fire. My response to if that fight was to happen, I would watch it. You know what I mean? Not gonna lie, I'm all for the best fighting the best. So I wouldn't be opposed to Jermall Charlo coming back and fighting that fight immediately. You know what I mean? Why not? You feel what I'm saying? I just think that I just think, Jermall Charlo, I look at him as a great fighter. Now he wasted a lot of his career trying to get a Canelo fight. He was really trying to set himself up to get a fight with Canelo. I think he genuinely feels like he could beat Canelo, but it just didn't play out how he wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? He never got the opportunity. So now he's stuck in between the rock and the hard place. He's kind of started his career trying to get a Canelo fight. You know what I mean? You can't do that in the sport of boxing. You gotta fight your fights. And he could have created his own legacy by fighting, these other guys. You got Daniel Jacobs. When Daniel Jacobs at the height of his career, when he was, I'm talking about this when Daniel Jacobs was on a campaign when he came back and he was fighting, Canelo, fighting Triple G, things like that. I feel like, that would have been a good time for Jermall Charlo to fight Daniel Jacobs, but it didn't pan out that way, especially they do have history. They had a little beef, at the backstage. You know what I'm saying? They had a little beef backstage, and where Daniel Jacobs walked by. They had some little choice words between camps, but like I said before, that was the time to make that fight. Now, like I said, I would watch it, but I don't think it's gonna be a fight that everybody want to see. A lot of people want to see Charlo fight Benavidez and Caleb Plant and even an Andre fight. People still want to see Charlo and then with Andre. That's not long overdue. Andre is still a very skillful boxer. So I think that, with Charlo is just, when he does return, what is his mission? What is his goals? You see what I'm saying? We don't know. Like I said, if that was the fight, I would watch it. I just think that fight is, I have to agree with Rozier, is well overdue. I want to see Charlo in there fight the best. I want to see Charlo in there with big fights, big names. He's older in his career now. He's 32. It's time for him to, create a legacy. His little brother has done that. He ran through killers at 154 pounds. You see what I'm saying? He possibly finna fight another fight that he don't have to fight. Now according to WBO he does, but he don't have to. He could drop all them belts and go to 160 if he want to. Like, he has nothing else to prove at 154 pounds. You know what I mean? But Maul is like, he gotta create his own lane. You know what I mean? He gotta, and he could do that this next chapter. You know, he can go fight Caleb Plant. He can go fight Dave Benavidez. He can go fight, Demetrius Andrade. If I'm him, I have my own revenge tour. You know what I mean? I bite off Caleb Plant. Hey, man, revenge tour. You know what I'm saying? I want to go fight David Benavidez and Caleb Plant winner. You know, I let it be known. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget it. You know, get yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think he has the skills and the IQ to beat those guys. You know, those are 50-50 fights, in my opinion. You know? So, like I said, you know, I think that, but the Daniel Jacobs fight is like, I don't know about that one. You know, like I said, I would watch it, but I would prefer for him to be in there with another live dog that's going to bring that dog, that greatness out of him. Because he's a great fighter. You know what I mean? He just got to, you know, when you get in there with another live dog, it make you level up. You feel what I'm saying? And I think Charlo Maul will level up if he get in there, you know, with another live dog, another killer. You know what I'm saying? So, I just don't think Daniel Jacobs at this point in his career, I mean, it would just be another fight. And it's no disrespect to Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs is a great fighter, but you know he's past his prime. You know what I mean? Like, and it's no disrespect to Daniel Jacobs. Like I said, I like Daniel Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? I was in Daniel Jacobs, rooting for Daniel Jacobs when he fought Canelo and when he fought Triple G. I actually thought Daniel Jacobs beat Triple G. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, I thought Daniel Jacobs did enough to win that fight. But, you know, against Canelo won that fight fair and square. I mean, Daniel Jacobs, it took him a while to get Canelo's timing down and rhythm and things like that. But once he figured it out, he started putting in work, but it was a little too late. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think that, you know, Jermall Charlo versus Daniel Jacobs, I don't know about that. You know, I want to see Maul in there with killers. That's what I want to see him in. You the best, you fight the best. You know, and I think Jermall Charlo is the best at his weight class. He just got to get back in there and display it. Now, granted, he has some issues. You know, I'm not gonna speak about on my channel, and I didn't dedicate no time speaking about that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He has some issues at home. You know. So, my thing is, I want to make sure he mentally right. You know what I'm saying? Because in this boxing game, you can't get in that ring and fight if your mental ain't right. People talk about the physical characteristics of boxing and, oh, this guy hit hard, oh, this guy do this. But boxing is more mental than physical. You know what I mean? You can have all the skill, you can have all the talent you want to. If your mental ain't right, you're not getting in there and having a good fight. You're either going to lose or, you know, have a poor performance. You see what I'm saying? You may get your hand raised, but it's going to be your poor performance. You know, we've seen many fighters. Tank has went through some stuff and had poor performances. You know, Floyd hasn't. Floyd, the only fighter I've seen that went through stuff and still, like, dominated his fights. You know, but you've seen fighters go through issues and you know, outside the ring, and it affects them in the ring. So, like I said before, you know, hopefully his mental is right stepping into this fight game. You know, if he do get another Daniel Jacobs in July, cool. I prefer it to be Demetrius Andrade. If you gonna fight a name, Demetrius Andrade. You know what I mean? Make that your first fight back. F it. You know what I mean? I know you've been out the ring 2 years, and, you know, I think that's why Demetrius Andrade probably want to fight him, because he see Charlo being inactive. You know what I mean? I might drop another video about that, man, because I just, that little light bulb just went off in my head. I'm like, Why Demetrius Andrade all of a sudden want to fight Jermall Charlo? He been inactive. Okay. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Bye. Jermall Charlo versus Dan Jacobs.